regular mainline figures are still $24.99.
Correct.
So now we have a new kind of deluxe SKU that we will see our first one of today, actually, which we're really excited about. That is going to be the $34.99 price point. So what does that get you? So it's still a single figure, but it comes with a ton more accessories than our regular $24.99 figures.
Yeah, and these are very mission-specific characters that require a lot of parts and pieces to really portray the character in their full expression.
Yes. Fabulous. Thank you. So then the next price point is going to be the $44.99 price point. So that is kind of our figure and pet. So still one human figure, one pet, lots of accessories, still a lot of great value in that. So every time it's like, we keep going up a box size, like, oh, too much for this box. Okay, it gets bumped to the next level.
Yeah, which is really important for a world of play, which we're trying to do here. It's like a world of play,
look great though,
especially in mil-spec.
I mean, look at the guys that they have out there.
You can't get everything in the $24.99 price
Serpentor and Mindbender are
and if
exclusive.
you do, then it's lacking things. So we have
I'm sure
to
they'll
go
release
price
them
point
somehow
to
in
give a better
main
offering,
release. But
And then the last price point that you'll see today is going to be our $54.99 price point. That is for our figure 2-pack. So 2 human figures plus a ton of extra accessories to really kind of build out your experience. For those, we'll see those most for Troop Builder packs.
Yes, correct.
So fabulous. Okay, so as a reminder, mainline distribution for these. So anywhere that toys are sold for the last 5 figures at a $24.99 price point. Groovy.
I hope.
Okay, so speaking of exciting kind of, I guess we kind of call this a figure and pet offering is kind of how we're thinking about it.
Pets can be robots too.
All right, so we are really excited for Scrap Iron.
The leg,
and his just
like his right
such
leg
a
is
cool
all
drone.
bent.
And now
anti-tank drone.
Boot. It's weird.
And this is the first time you guys are going to see him with his helmet off.
Oh,
so a lot of times when we develop toys, we're dealing in the digital world a lot. And then when we actually started seeing it physical, I'm like, whoa. The drone is enormous.
Yeah, it is.
Dope, dude.
So you know, you have your specs, you have your dimensions, and you're like, your mind's eyeing it, but like,
explosion effects.
I think it's just the way the plastic lies, the way his form factor is, that like it is way bigger than the spec seemed to me in my mind's eye.
But it's awesome.
Yes.
Like, it's
I wonder if
so cool.
Super excited. We've been taking with
drone
because we have multiple samples. We've been doing the Shaw Club and
can connect to the hiss
between the two. Proposing them out and having a lot of fun with it. But as you can see, the drone is pretty cool. I think I'm in the camera, right? Yeah, so there you go.
Dang.
It has 2 blast effects that will fit inside of the drone. And you can put the rockets on there to make it look as if the drone is firing. Also, the drone, the tank treads are articulated. So you can kind of like, I'm like not in the camera.
Play with
I'm
the
sorry.
tank
No, you're doing so good.
So then you can see here, like he's got these little batteries on the feet, which I think are pretty awesome.
Just to clarify, this is not an electronic item.
No.
You have to move the feet yourself.
And the articulation is such where, like, you know, anti-tank, anti-air, you decide for your photography and for your shelf.
Play with some toys.
But enough about the drone. Let's talk about Mr. Scrap Iron, which we've all been waiting for a while. I have too, and I was really excited to get to this figure. And we kept him pretty classic, but I wanted him to be a little more mil-spec than what he was. He always had that like
really cool.
silly vest. I thought the vest needed a little more tack to it, so we added that there. Also, we kind of updated his boots a little bit more to be a little more sci-fi, a little more mil-spec, kind of like sit in the middle.
Yeah.
And I have the helmet off to kind of show you his head because, man,
bro.
Tony, this inkjet.
Yeah, the face print came out incredible. I'm so happy with what the factory was able to do with the files provided.
He's all scarred.
He's kind of got a little bit of a, you know,
a
small abrasion on the side of his head, I think.
Small?
Right?
Yeah, that's a way to say it.
Maybe half his head, but also on that side you can kind of see it's affected his eye, maybe his vision in there. It's kind of like a more of a almost a dead eye in there. And you can really see the difference between his other eye in that one.
Yeah, there's like a yellowing to it, which I was very
It's kind of like Agent Orange in the Netflix Punisher series.
Trying to push him to see what we can get, how the fidelity we get in this guy.
Milky
I think it's probably the best inkjet we've done to date. Something else to note about his inkjet, as you guys know, Scrap Iron's perfectionist. And I wanted to play that up. So he has this scar on the one side.
The reveals for the pipeline,
never really
was
seen him without his helmet off in the
quick
original
kick,
figure.
big boa.
So we played around with how much
scarification
scarification to do, and I think here we wanted to go a little more grotesque with the sculpt.
And we
pushed it because it kind of plays into his perfectionist, but he messed up making a weapon one day, and then it kind of scarred him forever.
I wasn't able to record. I was driving.
You're never going to be perfect, buddy, kind of deal. And I think it really plays into the character really well. And enough about that meta stuff. How about these blast effects?
The blast effects are
they're
dope.
so subtle, you know, and
Blast
they're
effects
just
are pretty dope.
tiny and petite and really dainty for your storytelling purposes.
So yeah, we wanted to get that fallout going on. That's the one right by his foot, and then we had these blast effects. I think I went kind of anime on it, but man, they're
so
really cool. And the idea is like like blasted down. There's like this kind of like backdraft, and it's kind of spiraling because of the way the explosion is happening. And I just cannot wait to see people like these and do all sorts of crazy effects with them. And
these are sick,
again, it's part of the joy of making these things, of seeing people
time to
going
play,
on it.
time to play.
But there's actually one more detail we should show.
Oh, you want to show that?
I do want to show that.
I think we should.
Oh no, I'm losing stuff. So
and you get that awesome
Right out the-
smoke trail too on these things.
You can use it with bazooka. Of course you can.
So camera here.
That way.
Point this away.
Viola.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're still, it's a new camera setup today, so forgive us as we're still learning. It's amazing. Our production team has done so many awesome things with our streaming space that we are so excited about.
Come on, show us.
Yeah, you guys are next level. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So as you can see here, we have his trails. The trails will plug
This is sick.
into bazooka, and then you can put the rockets in the back. And you'll probably have to pose them back a little bit, but man, that's awesome!
Yeah.
Also very, very practical.
Yeah. And that's the big one too. You got the smaller as well. So
Look at them.
pretty incredible.
Yeah,
Look
so
at
that's
them.
really
That's
cool.
sick,
We're really
dude.
working on our couplings throughout the line so that
That's
you'd be able
sick.
to do that throughout figures. And I feel like it kind of adds to the richness. Again, we're doing world building.
I didn't
That's
get the
why you'll see
Tiger
different
Force
price points and
bazooka
all that.
because of that bent looking
Awesome.
leg.
All right,
I seen
so
it.
Scrap Iron and
I seen
his
it on the
beloved
Foosh,
gigantic drone.
Robo's
As you may
videos.
guess from
Yeah,
the way they're
bent
talking about
leg.
it, this is one of our
Everyone I saw at
$44.99
Target had
price
the bent
points,
leg.
and we feel
So I'm
there's a
like,
ton of value
I'll
here.
just
So we're hoping that
I'll just
everybody's
wait to
going to be
get the
really pleased with him. And again,
original
mainline
classic
distribution, so anywhere
colorway.
fine toys are sold. Great,
If it's-
groovy.
Anywhere fine toys are sold.
Yeah. All right, we've got
Pre-orders
two
today,
more items
dude.
left for today.
We got a lot.
1
which
p.m.
I mean, these
Eastern.
are awesome too.
Oh,
So
these are-
this is our Cobra
1 p.m.
Valkyrie
Eastern.
2-pack. So these are our female Cobra troopers, part of the Cobra Valkyrie division. Our brand writer Mark did this
Ooh, these
amazing
are gonna be
backstory
sick.
for them. We are
These are
really,
gonna be
really
sick.
excited to have them joining the ranks of our troop builder offerings.
And these are completely new sculpts,
Look at all
which I'm
those-
super excited about. And not only
those
that, but
blast
we were able to give a
effects.
lot of kind of customization throughout the pack itself. So the heads, of course, you could flip flop and mix match the heads, as well as we gave a gas mask head, which is inspired by, I believe,
You know
the
what else I was
airborne infantry
thinking
Cobra
was,
troopers. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
'Cause it comes with,
so you
like,
can take
the-
that and put that on top of
the-
either
the
figure's head, and it comes
gold-
with kind of an officer helmet.
One of those guys
with
comes like the
officer
gold
D
gear.
on there, which will go onto both their heads. You can even take that helmet and put it onto the masthead, or put it onto their, I guess, their human head.
I was
Yes.
thinking, like,
Makes
what
sense,
if you
I guess.
put
Mast
it?
makes
head,
sense.
It's a
bear
huge
head.
Their bear head.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, that sounds weird because then it sounds like they're a
Should
bear.
be
But I
bear
mean, no,
troopers.
like,
Yeah.
no, there's no
What if you
helmet
put
on
that
it.
gold
Yeah.
You know what I
stuff
mean?
on?
But yeah, you can swap these heads. You can make
Baroness.
that one with the tan. You can put that one on this one. Put the officer helmet on those.
The tan-
so a lot
the
of
tan- the
mix
tan
and matching,
gear
a
on
lot
the
of playability
Baroness.
with these guys.
Which we'll show
These
you in a
ladies.
little
Tan gear on
Yep.
Lady
Which we'll show you in
J
a little
or
bit in some advanced
Scarlet,
photography.
right?
It's pretty rad. And of course, we
mix
gave
it
you the
up.
blast effects, and as you guys know, the blast effects
And then
are
use your- 'cause I'm trying
modular
to
and
get 2 of
interchangeable,
these
so
to
you can,
army build.
You can you can peg them together to create different kind of
mix them around,
blast
right?
effects,
Chain
Yes.
effects.
chain effects.
See,
Every
look at
once in
that.
Backpacks. Backpacks
Look
that
at that.
will stow your rifles, and they will
Build up
plug
that
on the
army.
back, as you can see there. And as you can see on the, I guess, the khaki color, it's not gold, it's khaki. Sometimes those renders are a little misleading.
Khaki.
It is based on the
So it is
Cobra
tan.
SMG from the cartoons, which was super fun to do. We added a couple more scribe lines to it to make it feel a little more realistic, but we kept it pretty close to model. I'm kind of excited about it.
Awesome. So this is going to be our very first
that looks dope.
Hasbro Pulse exclusive for the figures that we are showing off this year. So as one of our figure 2-packs, this will be a $54.99 item available exclusively on Hasbro Pulse.
Sweet.
$54.99. Yeah,
Last
that's about
but not
right.
least today,
Last but
something
not
that
least.
we've been really,
Yeah.
really excited about. You guys
These
have been
figures are
excited
like
about him
25
since we
bucks
announced
each, right?
his name. We did his render
Then
reveal.
you add in the
I
fact that
cannot
it's
believe how much
all new
stuff this
Sculpting and
figure
tooling
comes
for
with. So
these
this is going to be one of our deluxe figures
female
at the
builds.
$34.99 price
That's right.
point. exclusively available on HasbroPulse. Holy smokes, is he cool. Please join us in officially welcoming Snow Job to G.I. Joe Classified Series.
Snow Job's going to be a Hasbro exclusive.
Like an angry New England dad who had to shovel snow all morning, as he should, because he hangs out in the snow a lot.
He looks pretty sick.
Go? We got so much stuff. I had to put him on multiple.
He gives us
I
so
don't
much
think I
stuff.
ever
3
had
plexis
this.
you had to use.
I don't think I ever had Snow Job.
There, right?
Here, can we scooch
let's
just
scooch in this
yeah,
way.
we're learning.
And then
I don't think I ever had Snow Job.
Details of the backpack and all that. So, all right. So he's pretty rad. He comes with multiple hoods on him right now. Is his hood down? You can also put his hood up. He also comes with an alternate head, so it looks more like the old school toy when he's got like the little tight, I guess, hoodie on there.
When I was a kid,
It's not right now because it's
Job.
not blended, but you can see those are his goggles, as that you'll see in a lot of our photography that it is right. Comes with skis as well as snowshoes. He comes with his pistol, which is holstered currently, as well as his I meant ski poles.
Oh, that's sick.
Ski poles, yeah.
Right.
And then he comes with his
Sick how
skis,
they
which
play
will peg
with
to
them.
the bottom of his feet, just like his snowshoes do. He has his sniper rifle right there.
You
and
could
then
get
he
a
has
few of these
his
in Army
backpack.
build Joes.
Backpack's pretty cool.
with snow
I went
gear.
ahead and glued it just so I could display it, but something to let you guys know how it works. There are C-clips in the back of the backpack that will stow his ski poles. Then he has these little hoops on here. Those hoops will stow his
Okay, the ski poles
skis.
will
So when he's
stow
all
in
loaded
there
up, he's like
on the
loaded up.
clips
He
on
looks
his
like he's
backpack.
trucking through the snow.
If
Something
you
else
could
to
paint-
mention on here, you can even stow the
paint
snowshoes,
my
which are
figures,
probably,
but if you could
go with
paint the
this so you guys can
jackets, you
see
could
it.
actually make.
So we added these
different
kind of like
colored
oval
jackets.
pins. You could the guns kind of
Because in the
kinda covered
cartoons,
it,
some of
but
them had like
those oval pins. The
blue
snowshoes
jackets,
have an
right?
oval hole.
didn't they?
Let me see if I get there. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right there, and that'll stow onto the back of the backpack. So he stows all of his gear, and we thought that was an opportunity to do here on this assortment, where making the characters stow all their stuff in their like crazy backpack that's like very functional,
They
and
could
the
put everything
rifle
on
goes
their
into
backpack.
the
That's
top
sick, dude.
of the backpack right there. So super fun to work on this guy.
This is so dope.
We went totally all in on it. I really like the wipe that came out on the hair, Tony.
Yeah, wipe looking good. That gives that hair a little bit more dimension, a little more depth. And then, of course, my favorite part is kind of when we get a little bit of that more storytelling into some of the face prints. Some of you guys picked up on it in the renders, but on this kind of hooded head, we've actually given him a bit of a windburn, but like in the shape of the goggles blocking that, and just windburn where it wouldn't have protected his face. So super fun. I
Hence
love the way
expression.
Yeah, exactly. So angry. But yeah, this guy came out incredible, and that's too much stuff.
It's too much stuff.
Hey man,
Not enough.
How much is this guy going to be?
you got to give it if you can.
It's a
30
lot.
bucks?
I love it.
So again, this is going to be our very first of the new deluxe figure offerings for G.I. Joe, which I think sets a fairly high bar in terms of our deluxe figure offerings. So again, Snow Job is going to be a $34.99 HasbroPulse exclusive item. Fabulous.
That's
So
gonna be hard to
that
army
kind of
build.
brings us to the end of our show today.
Yeah.
We had a lot of today for G.I. Joe fan stream. In case you are tuning in for the first time today, hi, welcome. We're so glad that you're here with us. My name is Emily. I'm on the marketing team.
I'm Lenny. I'm personal designer of the brand. I'm Tony. I'm a mass small artist.
And we have a lot of things to talk about today. So we got character name reveals. We've got digital render reveals. We've
All right,
got
Retrominder
pre-orders. Just a couple.
Rewinders.
I think
So we got
have
these
pre-orders for
live
today.
Wow.
I know, right? Yeah, no, we've been saying that for a
Hasbro Pulse stream for G.I. Joe
So,
Classified
the
Series.
pre-orders that we're shipping at the
They're checking out.
Excited to get
They're gonna reveal some
have been shipping, which are wonderful. We are
pre-orders for today that are coming up soon.
We love seeing how you're using your stickers. We love seeing
1
how
p.m.
you get down on this
Eastern.
stand. It brings us immense amounts of joy.
Yeah, it's kind of
They're gonna go over pricing. They're gonna go over
Thank you for all the support.
Yeah.
All the storytelling too.
Render
Everybody knows
reveals.
that lore, you know, when they're taking these photos, it's
Future
fun. Yeah, I
figure
love it.
So please be showing
reveals.
us your awesome pictures online. We absolutely
They're
love
talking
to
about
see
the
them.
Sky Striker
So I
right
guess
now,
let me
the
start
HasLab
getting into
Sky
our
Striker. I
character
didn't
name
get
reveals for
that.
today.
All
All right.
Sounds wonderful.
Here we go.
Sorry, I have a clicker for my little cheat screen.
So, Just when they go over character name reveals that are coming out.
Character reveals, character name only reveals. So
Quick
just as
Kick,
kind of
Big
reconfirming,
Boa.
what we do in terms of pre-order cadence is first we leak the character names, name only. Then at a later date we do the render reveal of the figure,
And
so a digital
Mutt
version of
and
the figure. And
Junkyard.
then at a later date we have the physical samples of the
Those
figure.
are gonna be
Diorama
dope.
pictures, that's when we activate pre-orders.
Because the
Okay,
animals
so
that
name only.
the
I know, right?
G.I. Joe Classified Series
So
make
first character of
are
today is going to be
top
Quick Kick.
notch, dude.
I am very excited.
The
about Quick Kick. Started on a couple
articulation,
months ago. It
the
has come out
paint
really well.
apps.
We're still sculpt phase, but I think we'll be able to show something.
They look great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be rad.
All right, who's next? Yeah.
So Quick Kick's
Big
awesome,
Boa.
right?
So
With the voice.
oh yeah,
These
they're
goodness
cool.
martial arts, ninjas, karate.
And I think
I'm excited to see how they modernize his look. You know, modernize that thing, the weapons, what kind of weapons they give him. Big Bull's gonna be awesome. You know, it's supposed to be Rocky Balboa, G.I. Joe's trainer.
We've got Paymaster coming up this week.
But Sylvester Stallone made his own Rambo toy line, so they made him a Cobra trainer. He's gonna have boxing gloves, probably. It's gonna be crazy, dude. It's gonna be crazy how they update all these guys.
Then we will get into our render reveals. So these are the digital
I hear the render reveals. I wasn't able to record this live because I was driving, but there's Tunnel Rat. It's gonna come with some updated stuff. You know, his weapons are gonna be loose. It's got some goggles. It's gonna be dope. Look at that. Flashlights plug into his backpack just like the old toy. They'll probably make a Night Force version with the black shirt. Hopefully get Night Force Falcon so they update his face, right? Because that face looks bootylicious. Dude, look at his gear, man. It's gonna be awesome.
I am very excited about this Firefly.
There's new classic design Firefly.
He comes with a remote control car that can be detonated.
Because you asked for it, right?
And then he also comes with his Wasp SMG.
Remote control car drone to transport his explosives.
For awesome photography.
Looks good.
I'm really excited about the deco we got on this guy.
Looks good.
Sorry about that.
It takes a full week to get something like that done.
That's why it's gonna be low light.
Despite as much as on there, it is a lot of fun getting in there and getting those little details.
Low light
of course,
looks
just a small
great.
area for the face printing,
look
but
at
still very fun.
Firefly.
And the colors look super cool. It's very dark, mysterious, hiding around the shadows.
Detonator with the countdown. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom.
All right, so then
Boom, 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 boom,
a little bit
boom.
darker colors this around, low light.
I am very excited about the whole wave.
RetroMind, Joe. Low light looks dope.
So low light's awesome. I was very inspired by the 25th anniversary version where he had
And the cool thing about this guy, it comes with all these weapons and stuff, and the case to put his gear in there, his sniper rifle, but his goggles are removable. So they try to make him look like all haggard and
when we were making
stuff.
that face print, I was kind of picturing him up late, camping out a spot, maybe losing a little sleep, so you kind of see a little bit of that. There you go, exactly. And just the amount of stuff that you've given the light.
It's gonna be dope.
Incredible. So, yeah,
It's gonna
again,
be awesome.
all grays and blacks, and just you see him hiding with just maybe a glint of that red in the night. So really cool.
Perfect. All right, and then last up for our render only reveals is going, and we are pretty excited for this. I'm not gonna lie, is our Shadow Tracker figure.
Oh yeah, this is what we've been talking about for a long time.
Yeah, this guy looks pretty sick.
Joe's in there.
He looks like you could use him
into like mystical,
in any
kind of poacher
toy line, right?
Level. I remember the original figure that Skull Knights into that. So we
maybe take off some of his gear, but
the clear, like I guess the color chartreuse, clear mask on there. But I felt
put
like
the different masks on his face.
So I was playing with he hunts hunters. So and I gave him they're actually jaguar skulls. That's what's on the shoulder, and it's got actually
and a skull on the face. This is pretty sick design, dude. I don't know this character, but it's a sick design for a toy.
Following your instruction of your deco sheet, showing those like spots on the
nice character design.
Yeah, go sponsor.
Okay, so
He's got a little
sounds nice like that.
belt.
Thank you. Yeah, and then of course there's a wash on his skull underneath that chartreuse mask, and then you've got some really cool oversprays little holders, some gray in his locks.
That was something you were saying. You should like age him up a little bit, give him experience, and it's awesome.
Yeah, super fun figure.
Nice, man.
All right, so next up, we're already going on to reveals. We're keeping pace today, guys. So we have, let me count, 1, 5, 6,
So I didn't record these live. That's what I'm trying to get my comments on here on video. We can share them.
We'll talk through with the
Let me
distribution
know
on
what
them,
you
the pricing
think
on them,
about these
everything going on
guys.
for pre-order starting today.
These reveals are
Right,
great.
so on March 8th today at 1 p.m.
So
Eastern
here
time.
are
So that everybody knows.
Got it.
Yeah,
some of the figures they
So
have
we are going to start off
in
with
prototype
what we're
form.
really excited about. So this is going
They're
to
going to be up
for
for pre-order today, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Copperhead.
So Copperhead is one of my favorite.
Oh, no.
Pretty soon.
You know,
What do you know?
He's coming up soon right now. There's Copperhead.
Being like this like motorboat racing kind of
He
gambler guy,
looks sick.
little ne'er-do-welly. So we wanted to lean into that on him. He comes
He
with
looks
some
sick.
really
So
cool
what they said was,
machete, which makes him look a little
you know, they want to make him muscular. They're not oversized, you know, so he's not going to
So thank you so much, Matt.
Let's get him around.
not going to be like Sergeant Slaughter size.
Want to keep him kind of bulky, but not overly.
Interested to see how he looks. His
also on him, you'll see that his straps on his arms are removable.
his bicep swivel and shoulder connection point looks kind of new.
And then we have tabs on it that can be tabbed up and tabs down to.
So I wonder if they did
We haven't done before, which I'm pretty excited about. This one gets a nice
all new musculature for him.
But it came out really cool, and the matte finishes.
This will fun.
just the outrageous color scheme that is Copperhead. Just looks awesome. A little modernized, not as bright as the 3/4 the O-ring figure, but
Yeah, we played around with that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Green,
Oh,
blue,
sure.
teal, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
We're doing all sorts of colors today.
a lot of color.
Color theory
We
today.
haven't gotten to talk about cool grays yet. So
Yeah, a lot of colors.
So Copperhead is going to be our first figure that is going to be
With
up
all these
today, starting at 1
releases.
p.m. Eastern time. So again, Copperhead is part of our mainline wave. So wherever fine toys are sold,
That's awesome.
There we
Reminds me of an old infomercial.
right?
Or Fine Toys are
I spent a lot of time watching shopping television shows, so some of those got us to get at some point.
So these guys,
So next up, we have our kind of OG Bazooka figure.
Oh yeah, finally got that colorway.
Bazooka.
Oh, there you go, Bazooka.
Who else do they have
Here he
today?
is, looking pretty sweet. Take a look at that with the Bazooka, as you guys know. The removable rounds.
There's going to be general releases. You can get them on any online toy retailer. Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth.
Two of them have a pretty fun deco on it. We give it like those the jet teeth.
I'm assuming Target,
as well as
Walmart maybe. I don't know. They said any toy seller.
Yeah. So you can really tell that we just don't have any fun at all.
Probably HasbroPulse.
And of course,
but HasbroPulse exclusives are coming out today.
Him in his, red, navy, and white jersey as well. So.
Yeah, I feel like really
the female Cobra Trooper pack is a HasbroPulse exclusive, and the Snow Job deluxe set is going to be Hasbro exclusive.
Torpedo.
Torpedo.
A little stand with all of our figures on them, and we're grabbing them as we go, and it's fun to get extra excited.
So this is Torpedo with all his loadout on him. Most of it comes off. The rebreather comes off, the mask comes off, his flippers come off, and he's in his pretty sweet wetsuit.
I had most of these guys, the vintage figures back in the day.
But he came out really good. You can load his SMG.
Pretty sure I had Torpedo.
His air tank, which is really cool. And then on the sculpt, we kind of baked in like a soft backpack on the air tank.
I think I had Bazooka.
So it wasn't just like kind of hanging off the back of him, which I think came out.
I didn't have Copperhead.
Too. We gave them kind of we tried to make them as flexible as possible. Really, you'll see some of the photography we have. We want to really make it feel like if you do have photography of him sweating.
Yeah.
Look how cool these guys are, man.
It's really good.
The behind the scenes picture that you showed us of how he assembled this contraption to take this picture, it was so cool. So really
the way he got the light to go through the film to make it look like he's in water is
so cool. All right, fabulous. So 3 out of 5 down from this mainline wave, and we know since we've already announced these figures, you guys know what we're talking about. So keeping with our water theme, let's go for Shipwreck.
Where are you at, Shipwreck? There you are. So here he is. There he is. Very old members of the cartoon. Iconic. That iconic voice. Here he is in the plastic.
Great.
We really played into his tattoos on this guy. He had the kind of old Sailor Jerry tattoos that we wanted to embellish on just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. He has a sharp back and we kind of messed with his chevrons and an eagle with a triangle through it to kind of make it feel a little more aquatic. As well as we updated his anchor tattoo.
Ollie's got some nice
pretty cool.
nipples on there.
Probably see it photography. Also on him, as you can see, he's got that hairy chest.
Crucial detail.
You can see it looks like a toupee on the bottom. I like the idea of him having a toupee. He's like hitting on everybody in the show. The idea, I kind of love the whole idea behind it. It's really swap it out with the sailor hat, which we made that separate part. So if nice and tightly, if we did not make that not part of his head, it would have been like this big bucket on top of his hair, and that would have been lame. So we go ahead and make that in there. Also on him,
but I don't know if I'm
like how do we get Polly to
all in on G.I. Joe
and we're like, oh, let's get a rope, and then maybe we put
anymore, because
then the idea was like, you know, put a peg on the bottom of Polly's foot, like let's make Polly.
Super 7 Ultimates, the cartoon versions are looking awesome.
And of course he's got an anchor, which you know,
so
gotta jump on the boat, so I guess he's like, get a grab across.
Snake guys should be coming in this week. I'm gonna check that
unbelievable.
out.
It's a beautiful animal, and it came out great. And I'm glad you did. Maybe put that much on it. But it's those little attention to details, and
I'm definitely
almost
gonna
every
pick up
surface
some
has
of
some
those
sort of rendering.
cartoon figures.
You know, not all of them, but there's a lot of details.
Especially if they make a Sergeant Slaughter, that's gonna be amazing.
Nice. Love it. All right, so last up in this mainline wave, we're very excited.
The Silverhawks, I got Silverhawks in. Look at rock and roll, dude. They put
there he is.
Again,
so
rock and roll.
pretty awesome. I hope that maybe I can get the camera
fingers.
so you'll notice we gave him this kind of skull.
He
has a skull face, which I thought would be pretty rad, especially with that big
skull
big
face.
I think he looks really cool this way. We even updated him by giving him some bracelets and stuff like that to kind of give him a little more of a rocker feel. And then with the tattoos, you can see that really super fun to design. As well as he comes with an extra set of hands. Of course, he comes with a devil horn hands. He comes with a trigger finger and a fist. Figure. Also, there'll be a bandolier bullets that goes into his LMG. And then of course we have the arms that come down on there, so you can position him just in photos. He did an awesome job. And on top of his helmet, he's got a little hang tag with a little surfer background to kind of nod back to that. So we're super excited about this.
Love it.
I feel like all of his tattoos, all I remember in the development process for this figure was everybody saying these tattoos are so much work, but they look so good.
Yeah, we went through a process with the inkjetting, then we did a tempo, and we actually found that the more graphic and like black and clear it is, the better the fidelity.
Super 7
they were fun to do,
G.I. Joe
kind of
Ultimates and the Super 7 Silverhawks Ultimates.
It's like a tidal wave of
I got the Silverhawks in Steel Wheels and Bluegrass.
For change because I mean he's that kind of character.
They look like the cartoons, dude.
So want to play up that whole like change.
It'd be cool if they were shiny like the toys, but they look like the cartoons so much. It's
all right, so just as a
amazing.
Kind of level set, so mainline distribution on these
So
$24.99 figures. Just kind of wanted to run you through the pricing ladder for our figures in 23. I know, right? It's a fun marketing term. I think it's great. So it's basically like all of the different price points that you'll hit.
Windhammer looks cool.
But so regular mainline figures are still $24.99.
They're great designs. I loved it as a kid.
Deluxe SKU that we will see our first one of today. Actually, we're really excited about. There's going to be a $34.99 price point. So what does that get you?
I still have my Copper Kid.
A ton more accessories than our regular $24.99 figures.
And these are very mission-specific characters that require a lot of parts.
Here they're going over the price.
Yes.
The price ladder.
So then the next price point is going to be
Hasbro's got to make money,
kind of our
dude.
figure and pet. So still
If you're not into price increases, and if you're not into corporations maximizing profits, sorry. Welcome to America. Capitalism. They're not trying to give these toys away.
So we have to go up in price point to give a better offer.
So I gotta make choices,
right? And then the last price point that you'll see today is going to be our $54.99 price point. That is for our figure 2-pack. So
I might
2
wait
human
for these
figures plus a
things
ton
to
of
go
extra
on
accessories
sale.
to really kind of build out your experience.
And if I miss them, I
we'll
miss
see those
them.
most for Troop Builder packs.
Yes,
Because I'm all in.
So
I'm
as a
all
reminder,
in
mainline
on.
distribution for these. So anywhere that toys are sold for the last 5 figures, they're $24.99 price point. Rudy. Okay, so speaking of,
I'm all in on Mattel.
I guess we kind of call this a figure and pet offering.
Mattel
I'm thinking about it.
Ultimate Origins.
All right, so we're really, really excited for Scrap Iron.
I got the Eternia
And now
playset. Look at Scrap Iron,
with
dude.
his helmet off.
So a lot of times when we develop toys, we're dealing in the digital world a lot, and then when we actually start seeing physical, I'm like, whoa, The drone is enormous.
Drone.
So you have your specs, you have your dimensions, and you're like, your mind's eye in it. But like, I think it's just the way the plastic lies and the way his form factor is, and like it is way bigger than the spec seemed to me in my mind's eye.
But it's awesome.
Yes.
So cool.
Super excited. We've been taking with us because we have multiple samples.
Scoping damage on his face. Like he's got the cloudy eyes. Got the burned up face.
Yes, there you go. It has two blast effects that will fit inside the drone.
Scars.
And you can put the rockets on there to make it look as if the drone is firing. Also,
added
the drone,
a lot of
the tank turrets
detail
are
to him.
so you can kind of like
helmets removable.
So you can see here, like he's got these little batteries on his feet.
Look at
Pretty
that.
awesome.
Just to clarify,
I mean, they put a lot of they
they
put thought and effort and design into these toys, so price point goes up. You know, but
we've all been waiting for a while. I have too, and I was really excited
it's up to you to decide if you want to pay full
price on it. I wanted him to be a little more mil spec than what he was. He always had that like silly vest. I thought the vest needed a little more tact to it.
Not a priority.
Also, we kind of updated his boots a little bit more to be a little more sci-fi, a little more mil spec, kind of like sit in the middle. And I have the helmet off to kind of show you his head because, man, Tony, this inkjet.
Yeah, the face painting is incredible. I'm so happy with what the factory was able to do with the body fight. He's kind of got a little bit of a small abrasion on the side of his head.
Customizers, you can buy the toy, put his head on something else.
But also on that side, you kind of see it's
Give you like a damaged warrior,
almost a dead eye in there. You can really see the difference between his other eye and that one.
It was like a yellowy too. It was very nice.
Amazing.
So we're trying to push him. Yeah, see what we can get. How fidelity we get this guy.
Toys, man. This is a great time to be collecting toys. The golden age.
I wanted to play that up. So he has a scar on the one side, but then you've never really seen that.
What a time to be alive.
So we played around with how much scarification to do, and I think here we wanted to go a little more grotesque with the sculpt, and we pushed it because kind of played his perfectionist, like he messed up making a weapon one day, and then it kind of started from. So he's got this like, you're never gonna be perfect, buddy, kind of deal. And I think it really plays into the character really well. And enough about that meta stuff. How about these blast effects?
Tremendously, they're so subtle, you know, and they're just tiny and petite and really dainty for your storytelling purposes.
So one that Fallout going on. That's one right by his foot.
Super 7 cartoon versions.
But man,
they're
really cool.
The
idea
are
is
looking
blast it
awesome.
down. There's like this kind
I'm
of
loving
like
it.
backdraft that's kind of spiraling because of the way the explosion's happening. And I just cannot wait to see people like these and do all sorts of crazy effects with them.
The only problem with Super 7s is they're not super articulated. Like,
oh, you want to show that?
I do want to show
you know, they
you.
can't.
So you
They've
get
got
that awesome smoke trail too on these things, kind of hidden.
They don't got that good diaphragm swivel, nap crunch, and all
We're still,
that.
it's a new camera setup today, so we're still learning. It's amazing. Our production team has done so many awesome things with our streaming space that we are so excited about.
Yeah, these guys are, you guys are next level.
Yes.
Statues.
So as you can see here, we have
Not
the trails.
expensive as
Trails plug
statues,
into a bazooka, and then you can
but
put
if they paint them up
the rocks in
good,
the back.
they
You
look
probably have to
great.
close back a little bit, but man, that's awesome!
Yeah, at least you can move
Yeah,
around a
that's the
little
big one too.
bit.
You got the
And
smaller
they come with a
as
lot of accessories.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
hands,
We're really working on our couplings throughout the line so that you'll be able to do that throughout figures.
weapons.
And I feel like it kind of adds to the richness. Again, we're doing world building. That's why
little details to add to the
Awesome.
fun.
All right, so Scrap Iron and his beloved
Especially the
second drone
Silverhawk.
has been the way we're talking about it. This is one of our
There we go.
$44.99 price points, and we feel like there's a ton about you here. So we're hoping that everybody's going to be really pleased with him. And again, mainline distribution, so anywhere fine toys are sold.
We talked about the
Yeah.
Cobra
All right, we've
Trooper,
got 2 more items left for today.
female
I mean,
trooper
these are awesome.
pack.
So this is our Cobra Valkyrie 2-pack. So these are our female Cobra Troopers.
The
Part of Cobra Valkyrie division. Our
Valkyrie
Brand Writer Mark did this amazing backstory for them. We are really, really excited to have them joining the ranks of
Look
our
at
Cobra
these.
offerings.
So the gear on
which
the
I'm super excited about. And not only that, but we're able to give a lot of
it's a
customization
khaki
throughout the pack
tan
itself.
gear. It's not gold like it looked in the earlier rendering. It's actually a khaki.
Which is inspired by, I believe, that
And I'm thinking you could use this
correct me
on
if I'm wrong in the comments, but you can take that and put it on top of
your
either
female
helmet.
Joes,
I have an officer helmet with the
you know,
officer
Lady
helmet,
J,
so
Scarlet,
heads. You can take that helmet and put it onto the
Cover
best
Girl,
head, or put it
maybe.
onto their,
Put them on
I guess their human head.
Baroness.
Their bare head.
You
Well,
know,
you know, that sounds weird because it sounds like
because
they're
you're gonna want to army build these troopers.
But yeah, you can swap these heads. You can make that one.
You know,
the
you can
tan,
swap
that one with
heads.
the officer helmet.
They got,
So a lot of mix and matching. A lot of labels on these guys.
Which we'll show you in a little bit.
some head sculpts with goggles on
Of course, you get
them.
the blast effects, and as you guys know, the blast effects are
They look
modular
great.
chains.
Look
You
at
can,
that.
You can peg them together to create different kind of like blasts.
Pretty sick,
Chain
dude.
effects. Also,
Pretty
backpacks. Backpacks that will
sick.
stow your
I
rings
like
and
it
plug on
a
back, as you can
lot.
see there. And as you can see on the, I guess, the khaki color, it's not gold, it's khaki. Sometimes
I
it's gold.
like the
It is based
ladies.
on the Cobra SMG from the cartoons, which is super fun to do. We added a couple more survival lines to it to make it
Bad
feel more realistic, but we kept it
girls,
pretty close to modern.
right? Bad girls.
Awesome. So this is going to be our
She's
very
a
first
bad
HasbroPulse
one.
exclusive for the figures that we are showing off this year. So as one of
All
our
right,
two packs,
now here-
$4.99 item available exclusively on HasbroPulse.
$54.99.
Last but not least today, something
So,
we've been really, really excited about. You guys have been
you
excited about him since
decide.
we announced his name. We did
You
the
make
member
the
reveal. I
call.
cannot believe how much stuff this figure comes with. So this is going to be one of
This
our deluxe
next
figures,
guy,
$34.99 price point.
Snow Job,
Exclusively available on
is coming
HasbroPulse.
up.
Holy smokes, this is
And
cool.
everything they
welcoming Snow Job
released with
to the
Snow
G.I. Joe
Job,
Classified series.
And he looks
all that stuff he could carry.
shovel snow all morning as he should.
He could
because
pack it all in his backpack.
We got so much stuff I had to put on my
He has so much
I'll
stuff.
show you.
Flexes you had to use.
Use 3 plexis to get that on there, right?
Look
And also
at
some
that
things
guy.
and I can try to talk about some of the details in the backpack and all that. So, all right, so he's pretty rad. He
Look
comes with
at
multiple hoods
this
on him right now.
guy.
Just like down. You can also put his hood up. He also comes with an alternate head, which
What
will
a time to be alive.
I guess hoodie on there. It's not right now because it's not blended, but you can see those are his goggles. As that you'll see in all of our photography, that is right. Comes with skis as well as
Removable
shoes.
goggles.
He comes with his pistol, which is holstered currently.
He's got
as
the
well as
windburn
his
face
seat
skull.
poles, yeah. And then he comes with his skis,
He
which are
could
pegged to the bottom,
carry
just like his snowshoes
all
do.
his
He has a sniper
gear on
rifle
his
right there, and he has his
backpack.
Backpack's pretty cool. I went ahead and glued it just.
See.
Then he has these little hoops on here. Those hoops will stow his.
We'll see.
So when he's all loaded up, he's like loaded up. He looks like he's struggling through the snow. Something else to mention on here: you can even stow the snowshoes, which are probably. Let me go like this so you guys can see it. So we added these kind of like oval pins.
Look at
the
that.
kind of covering it, but those oval pins, the
Look at
snowshoes have
all
an oval hole.
that, man.
Let me see if I get that right there. I don't know if you guys can see it right there, and that'll stow on the back
See,
of the
they-
backpack. So
they
he
peg
stows
on
all his
there.
gear, and we thought that was an opportunity
This
to
guy's sick,
where
dude.
making the characters stow all their stuff in their like crazy backpack that's like very functional, and the rifle goes into the top of the backpack right there. So super fun work on this guy. We went totally all in on it. I really like the white that came on the hair, Tony.
Yeah, white looking good. That gives that hair
If
a
you
little
look
more
at the
nice, a little more
images
depth.
back there,
And then, of
there's
course, my favorite
snow
part, which is kind of
bats,
when we get a little bit more storytelling
like
in some of
Arctic
the faces.
bats.
Some of you guys picked up on it in the renders, but in
That's crazy,
kind of
right?
head, we've actually given them a bit of a
New
windburn,
toys.
but like in the shape of the goggles blocking that, and just windburn where it wouldn't have
The
protected.
one
his face, so
snow
super fun.
character I
Yeah,
had
exactly. So
was
angry.
that Cobra
But yeah, just checking
snow
out Retrominder.
guy. I
That's
forgot
too
what he
much
was
stuff. That's too much
called.
stuff.
Hey man,
Not enough.
He was sick. He had the,
So again,
the
this is one of
mask
our very
and
first
the
of the deluxe
goggles.
figure offerings for G.I. Joe, which I think sets a fairly high
It
bar
was
in
just a
terms of our
troop
deluxe figure
builder,
offering.
but
So again, Snow Dog is
that
going
was
to
one
be
of
a
my favorite
$34.99
characters,
HasbroPulse
'cause he had
exclusive
sick,
item. Fabulous.
nice
So that
guns
kind of
and
brings us to
everything.
the end of our show
Nice
today.
machine
We had a
gun.
lot of stuff to get through. We got through it pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, to be perfectly blunt, we had absolutely
So
no
this
idea
is
how much time
the
to
end.
stand up here and talk for. When Lay and I found out that we had spent
They
45 minutes
went
doing the
through
Sky Striker unboxing, we were like, no, it was
pretty
like
quick.
15 minutes.
It's involved. I was surprised. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot how
Yeah,
involved it
there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah,
So
lots of
just as a quick recap, we had 3 character name reveals for today. So Quick Kick, Big Boa, and Mutton Junkyard. Then we did render reveals for Tunnel Rat, Firefly, Lowlight,
Look
and
at
Shadow
those
Tracker.
guys.
Then we have 8 pre-order items going up for pre-order today, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
We
I
are
know,
busy.
8 pre-orders. So we have our next mainline wave, which is
Pre-orders coming up.
Copperhead, Bazooka, Torpedo, Shipwreck, Rock and Roll.
Nailed it.
Then we, which are our $24.99 figures, mainline distribution, anywhere fine toys are sold. Then we have Scrap Iron and his adorable gigantic drone.
Anti-tank
Drone. Which is also adorable anti-tank. They're not mutually exclusive. Which will be a $44.99 offering at wherever fine toys are sold.
Yep.
Then we have our Cobra Valkyrie 2-pack, which is going to be a HasbroPulse exclusive. That is a $54.99 price point.
Yep.
We're very excited to bring to the classified series team. And then last but
price
certainly not
points
least,
aren't
we have
that
Snow Dog,
bad. I
HasbroPulse
mean,
exclusive $34.99 deluxe figure
With all
offering.
stuff.
With
Some
all
of
of that. We have
You
so much stuff in these
decide.
offers.
You make the call.
When we were working, I'm like, I went to Tony, I was like,
You make the call.
Yes.
I think you yelled at me.
Yeah, but it's even the mainline offerings. There's just so much stuff, and then you move up that
Yeah.
bracket, and then it's
I haven't
even
had
more
any
stuff.
problems with
And
the
yeah,
Joes.
storytelling, world building.
Except that one bazooka,
Yeah.
the Tiger Force
You know, load it
bazooka,
on
I haven't bought them because
So, thank you to
everywhere I
everybody
see
for joining us
them,
today. We're so excited to
his
be here with you.
boots
This was
all
an absolute
bent.
delight. So on count of 3, we do a yo Joe and we let all these fine humans get back to what they were doing before we interrupted their day.
Just getting ready for that pre-order.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
yeah, so what do you think,
All right, ready? 1, 2,
Retrominder
3, yo,
rewinders?
Joe.
You gonna pick these up? You know, let's see what's going on, dude. Let your mind rewind back in time.